Welcome to the Loosecannon Podcast. This is Saloni, Akash, Viplav. So four of us are friends. Four of us have been friends for a long time right now. And four of us come from very different backgrounds. Therefore, our take on things are very similar and very different as well. Hence, the conversations are really interesting, I think. And especially in a time where conversations become really frivolous. I mean, when's the last time you had a stimulating conversation? Something that made you think, made you grow. Today's conversations are... What are today's conversations? I mean, this is that guy's right-hand guy. But when he came to the party, he told me hi first. I mean, that's what the conversations are. Or, his mother, she hates his girlfriend. These are the conversations today.
For sure.
So we thought that, since we're talking so much, why don't we put our conversations on camera, this 2-camera setup, and put it up on the YouTube. So hence, welcome to the Loosecannon Podcast.
Yes.
And what are we talking about today?
So today we're going to be talking about dating. Dating in the digital age, dating in our times,
The dating experience.
The dating experience, using different apps. How do you get a date? How do you score a date? But before we start that, you must tell people that these two are hooked and ready.
So
already
both of them are married. And both of us are single.
This was not
both of us are single.
Yeah.
Like
Both of us are single.
you're actually
You had to bring this topic as for the first episode.
Why do you have to say?
Okay, basically, so both of them are married and unavailable. I mean, I don't know if they're going to be fast. But both of us are
Up guys and
Cool.
But so we're going to be talking about dating.
Yeah.
So just to start with, okay, when was the last time you went on a date?
You mean to start off a relationship or?
When was the last time you went on a date? Simple question.
I think a month ago, 2 months ago. Yeah, a month
Wow,
ago.
that's pretty.
So what is the date for you?
But
like?
this is, I mean, are you talking about a date when you're already in the relationship, or are you talking about a date when you just want to start off something?
Just generally, how would you describe a date in your own terms? What do you mean by dating?
Dating is, when you go watch a movie, when you go for dinner, when you go and have a conversation, when you go talk.
When you basically meet somebody and you like to spend some time with.
Yeah, and a date can be when you're in a relationship and you go on a date, and dating can be also the initial phase of a relationship.
It can be both basically.
It can be both. And in my experience, the initial dating phase, actually dating on a whole is such a nice thing. It's always, whether you're in a relationship or it's just the start of something. When it's the start of something, it's one of the best times, I think, in life.
Yeah.
When you're getting to know someone, when the attraction is just starting and you're finding similarities in both of you, when you're just connecting, and that's one of the best times. And then it's really nice when you're in a relationship, when you go out for a movie together, when you go grab a bite together, when you have a companion.
Yeah.
So, dating on a whole, whichever part.
I think the phase of exploring the other person, why do all that? Why do you know that other person is it keeps you on cloud 9.
So would you describe that part as dating? That's like your initial dating.
So he's talking about in cloud 9. You're married to like.
I'm talking about before the marriage. I'm talking about before the marriage. I'm talking about dating as such.
So like.
Would you describe that as the?
Yeah, so would you describe that phase as dating?
To me, that's just dating.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. Yeah.
Corroborate with that.
Right.
What about you, Viplav? What do you think?
I think it's just a complicated word for me. I'm like dating. What is dating? Either you're in a relationship or you're not. But
you have a very different experience with dating, especially when you just in your hometown. The word dating, it didn't exist.
Yeah, it didn't exist. I mean, we didn't know the term. Like, what is dating?
Right.
So they would say कि चल रहा है या नहीं चल रहा है, if it's on or not.
Right. Oh, the relationship is on or not.
Yeah.
You don't tell each other चल रहा है कि नहीं चल रहा है.
Because
I hope no one said that to each other. कि चल रहा है कि नहीं चल रहा है.
Because this won't. It's very rare for this thing to happen that you're friends and you're just going out. I'm talking about people from two opposite sex, right?
Yeah.
You won't go out with a girl just like that, right? You can be friends, but if there are any feelings, there has to be a relationship that has already started.
Right.
Yes, the confession and everything, I think it takes time in a small town. But there's no such thing called dating, I mean, you're like, हाँ, मेरी girlfriend है वो, मेरा boyfriend है वो. So we try and watch movies when it's possible. But
straight up, you're mine, I'm yours.
Yeah, and it has to be pure, because you can't be like, you're playing with my feelings otherwise. So is she your girlfriend or is she a time pass?
Yeah.
Very clear.
Exactly, yeah.
So
You need to be
time
clear
पे
in your head. What are you basically approaching the girl for, or the girl is
Sure.
approaching you for? Are you looking for a serious relationship, or are you looking to explore at a
I
relationship?
usually
This
know
time
that.
you
pass
basically
word
go with
is a
your
very
heart.
cool word. I
That
think.
is actually a kind of dating, like in a dating, just like we said.
Yeah.
Just for the heck of it.
You not necessarily be in a relationship, but you can be in a relationship and you
Yeah.
can go on a date, right?
You're basically keeping that
Similarly-
option open, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what you mean.
yeah. If she's a time pass, if the girl is a time pass, I don't know if I want to call it a date or not, but she's a time pass. But if she's serious, you're doing the same thing but with different intentions.
But is it ever a time pass? I mean, even in the beginning, even if it's a short, like I know right away whether I want to be serious with a person or this is something I'm exploring.
Sure.
But it's never just like time pass. It's just like
Time pass basically means you already know your intention. You don't want to basically
Keep it very casual and
Basically,
Exactly.
don't keep it very
intentions-
casual.
That's
You don't
a-
commit.
that's
you
a
don't want to
better
commit for a
word.
longer time.
casual. Keep it
casual.
casual.
Is it casual or is it
Casual,
something
yeah, that's
more
what it
than
means.
like
Yeah.
a connection and stuff?
But you know, with all these social apps and all that, like Tinder or all these.
Okay, so any of you on Tinder?
I mean, I was for 45 minutes.
I've never been on a
in my
dating.
life.
I've
But
just
any,
been
what are the other dating apps?
I do not even know the logo.
Instagram, bro.
Instagram
Instagram is the
is-
biggest
Yeah.
dating app ever, I feel.
Achha, I thought it's
Facebook.
more
Yeah, actually fair
updates.
enough. Instagram.
That's what it is. It's like you
I
go
don't
to
really know.
someone's profile, you check their pictures, oh, she's
Really?
hot, say hi.
Yeah, yeah.
So you
I
chat on
think it all
Instagram?
started.
Yeah,
It all
direct
started with this.
messages.
People chat on Instagram?
All the time, I meet
DM,
so many
over DMs,
people.
like slide in her DMs.
DM is a new word, huh? Like
Yeah,
DM.
yeah.
exactly.
Like DM me.
I didn't even know what that meant, you know. And someone
I
says,
think
10 years ago it was like
last-
SMS me.
last
Then it
two-
became WhatsApp me.
Yeah,
No, it's
yeah.
like DM me.
Yeah. The last two boys I think I've met have been through DMs, have been through like social media, and I've actually dated them. Like, I mean,
But what do you
I
feel
wanna-
about it? I mean, I want to know. Sorry.
no, I want to ask. That's very interesting what you said. How do you meet someone right now? Like,
Yes.
actually, social media is one of the options to meet somebody.
Most accessible.
Otherwise, how? I think what through work you'll meet somebody, or through. It's very difficult to start off new relationships. I read something really interesting actually. Sorry, I'm going already off track, but I read something that. I think I told this to one of you before that in today's day and age, humans are at the highest number they've ever been, and they're growing at a higher state. But it's also the loneliest we've ever been.
Yeah.
You know, it's also the.
I agree.
You know, so maybe I don't know. How do you even meet somebody? Maybe it is an option right now. Maybe there's no. I think there's no taboo
I
attached to
mean,
dating website.
The thing is, you know, there's no
Yeah,
taboo.
dating site, the
But the
dating
only
app.
thing is where you are located, where you are. There's a situational hazard in that you're in a place where things are so tentative, people themselves are so tentative, laws are tentative. So it's a bit of a scary space. It's voyeurism in its own space, but I feel like there are possibilities. You do end up meeting certain people who are interesting or up your alley because because you put your specifications so clearly in your profiles and your biodatas. It's easier to suss people and segregate them whether they are your kind or not.
But you know what?
You know?
It cuts down
Especially
on the
through
real
Instagram.
feelings that a person can
What's
actually
that?
feel.
Especially on Instagram.
Sure, yeah, through Instagram of course, because you know whether the person is hot or not.
No, but
You
even
know, these
even
are
the
initial
person-
bits. But what about the real feelings that a person wants to feel about the girl?
So that's your step 2, you know. So at least-
Filtering and all that, I
No,
don't
but-
find them very organic. As humans, we are not built like that. So all this digital. The reason why I wanted to start with this topic was basically I find it very frivolous. It's basically it's only when it's convenient to you that you start filtering these things and you start filtering the girls. If you're doing nothing much, if you're just chilling at home, you know, you want to just basically go through these profiles of girls. In our case. So I personally feel.
Okay, sounds मतलब clearly in the same topic. तू मेरे जैसा है, no matter what.
So I just feel sometimes the real feeling of actually wanting to go and meet the person outright, it just goes away. It's gone in fact with social media.
That
It's become very
romance.
convenient and we've all become very lazy.
Yeah.
And as he said, I think we start preferring to stay alone.
I think
Most
lot
the
of
time because of
introvert people who can't really make like go out and meet people in physically, you know,
Yeah.
in person. So I think it really helps these people to just go online and on this app or Instagram or Facebook, wherever, explore people, like, you know, go send DM them, right? Send them a message, know more about them, and of course the step 2.
Yeah.
But I think there are a lot of chances that you have to take because half the people, I don't know half the people or the
Yeah, man, they must be
percentage
just morphing the images, no?
So many. So there
I'm
are
sure
so many
it's
fake
happening.
images. But the thing is, like he said, for introverts, it's a great space. Like, so back in the day, I remember sitting in a coffee shop in Bandra and this random guy coming up to me saying, hey, you know, what's up? I've been noticing you for really long and, you know, I thought I should come up and say hi to you. I would love to, you know, I'm new in the city. I'm from San Fran and I would love to like...
This was here in Bombay?
In Bombay, in Bandra.
Mumbai?
Yeah, in Mumbai,
In
South
Bandra.
Mumbai.
And he's from?
he was from San Francisco, but half Indian, half American.
Now that would never work. If it was just an Indian guy coming and asking you, okay, listen, I stay in Mulund and I don't know anything about Bandra, and can you just show me around Bandra? You'd be like, go back to Mulund.
I think the accent worked. That's it.
Probably.
He's very different for
perception.
But guys, so we did go on a date. We met up in the afternoon. I was like, okay, I'll have coffee with you.
The same day.
The next day, like a day or two after, and then we went for coffee, and then we started talking, and it turned out to be such a great day for me because we spent like 8 hours together. We had like a meal. We literally till dinner we were hanging together. And then, it was just such a great exchange of communication. There was so much to learn or hear or listen. And it turned out he had a girlfriend and he was very honest about it. And there was no advance from his side.
Right.
And we ended up becoming really great friends. And I mean, we still write to each other again on DM.
But the thing is, if the guy was from basically Mumbai, and would you have actually spent so much of time with him because it was a different country? So maybe you were talking about cultures
and also I knew he was leaving the next day, so I was like, okay, let me just spend time. Somebody in Bombay would be like this.
Sorry to break your heart, and that's very sweet of him to do all of that. But I'm very sure the guy, I mean, he does it regularly every time he visits Mumbai.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure he goes to a coffee shop or wherever and spots a girl and then strikes a conversation and.
I'm such a cynic. As soon as you said that,
I don't
this is his game.
This is a possibility. This is a possibility.
No, he was
from a guy's point of view, I think
he was such a gentleman, and I mean, he was so polite. In fact, there have been guys who turn out to be really gentlemanly, but turn out to be real creeps later because then they keep messaging you.
See, 3 guys telling you.
Okay.
No, but no. I mean, no. Actually, it could be in this experience. It could have been like the other end. What I want to ask is that would you? I can never, especially in this city. If I was abroad, but in this city, going up to someone and saying hi, you really come across as a creep. I think, or maybe it's just me. But to go up to someone, unless over here I've usually met someone I've dated through either I met them through a friend, either we hung out as a group and then it's interested, or I met them through work. Sometimes you meet them for work and then you realize that you have something you connect on another level. Yeah. But to go up to someone and say hi, have you guys ever done it?
I can't do it. I'm pretty shy.
I can't
start
you as a girl, but it actually really when a girl goes and tells a guy hi, it really just lowers the guard. It's really like it just makes everything nice.
Yeah, you think that's more effective?
And Saloni, in your case, no? What you said? The guy was pretty honest. He told you that he had a girlfriend.
Right.
Again, I think this is my observation. It's a trap. Okay?
He's a serial killer.
Yeah. when you mention that you have a girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
So basically, what happens? The girl automatically kind of
lowers her guard.
And the way she looks at the guy,
that's so true.
the way you look at that guy, the guy is honest and he doesn't look like a creep because he's very honest.
Yeah.
But you know what? Most of the time it works. And do you think after you spend only a day with him?
8 hours.
8 hours, right?
To be precise.
If he was there in Mumbai for another week and you are going to meet him for another days to come and he's gonna go, I'm sure he will advance towards you, and I don't know. I think
actually you're right. He did try to get in touch with me again a couple of times, but the thing is my connection wasn't working, or I don't know why, but I just missed his conversation or calls and messages, and then things didn't work out, and then he had to leave. So that was amazing. But what you're saying about this girlfriend thing, Viplav, is so fucking right, because recently I met this older guy, and really old, like 50, okay? I mean old, like way older than me. I'm young, okay guys? So the thing is, I met this guy and
Mommy, Papa watch it.
Yeah. No, it's okay, yeah. I tell my mom everything. It's amazing what a woman.
Your mom's cool.
Yeah, and what a woman can teach a woman, it's amazing. But anyway, so I met this guy, and so the first time he called me for shows, he's an actor. Okay, then I found out, okay, he likes me because he started messaging me and liking each and every picture on my Instagram and then sending me DMs. And then I went for shows, whatever. Then he called me home. And then we chilled, okay? We had like, again, a great date where we ate food and we were talking and we read we read theatre pieces, whatever. And then as soon as the date, we went and played squash. For 45 minutes he made me Squash. You
After
take-
chilling.
After chilling, he
The
takes
right-
squash the sport, and after
50-year-old.
with a 50-year-old. Yeah,
What
yeah.
are
And
we
he
doing,
was
yeah?
pretty great stamina.
But I noticed quite a phenomenon where older men, as old as they get, they keep liking a younger girl.
Younger
But it's
girl,
always
yeah.
been the case, yeah. It's
Yeah.
not now. It's a
Yeah, so actually
thing
it's
which is there since a long time.
No, so getting back to the story,
It's the same thing.
sorry.
Actually, let her complete his
So he has come back, and then after this date, he's told me, listen, but so I asked him, so where are you going? Let's go back together. So I was like, okay, will you
So it
drop
was a
me?
date. Sorry, it was a date.
It was a date. It was a proper date. After that, he's telling me that he has a girlfriend. Okay, and this girlfriend is his age. Okay, and she lived in like some area where he was going, and my house was on the way. He's like, can I drop you? I was like, this is really strange. Now that we are on our way back, you're telling me you have a girlfriend. Of course, and I'm so glad that nothing happened, but he had a girlfriend. So the thing is, he literally. So for a girl, making going on lunch, having a coffee with her, playing a sport with her, doing things with her, when you say that, okay, yeah, I think I like you, is considered a date, right? So for me, that was a date. But then this shocker happened, and I was like, wow, what a creep. So that creep angle, that girlfriend, and then again he started messaging me and whatever. So he felt that once he throws this whole girlfriend thing at me, I'll be more interested to date him. It'll make him more sexier, like a wanted man.
It's true, because
That's
you
a
know
weird,
that
that's a
because you
weird,
know that the guy is not single and he can actually find girls in his life, and he's a good guy.
Right.
But is that true? I've heard a lot. Like girls find men who are with somebody more attractive than when they're single.
I don't know. For me, it's a buzzkill, bro. Like, I mean, it's like, what the fuck? Like, why are you wasting my time then? Like,
Yeah.
and it's considered an affair. If I advance
Yeah, for
myself,
sure.
and it is, it's not fair to the other girl.
Yeah.
So dating is a very thin line. I mean, dating is not friendship. And sometimes men kind of interpreted that I have a female friend, and now that she's spending and listening time with me, she's listening to me, whatever. Like, that's my comfort zone. But for a girl who's single, that may be dating.
Yeah.
So that's not.
It's definitely not friendship, because
It's not friendship.
when you go out with
I
friends,
think
it's
it
not
works
called.
twice. Sorry.
No, it works the opposite as well. For me also, if
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember I was dating this one girl, and she's half Indian and half from another country, European country.
Hints?
So no, I'm not giving less details. But so the
ASL.
yeah, so
DM me.
so for her dating it was open, so she could go on a date with me,
Yeah.
and then the next night go on a date. And when I got to know that, it really put me off. So I lost interest, even though it was a good date. I mean, we were attracted to each other, but as soon as I got to know it's an open field where she's actually using the word dating, which is like you
Like
trying
an open relationship,
open thing, and all.
right?
It put me off right away, and I didn't even follow through with it.
But it's really fashionable nowadays, this open dating and open, like
Yeah,
you're dating
without
with,
any baggages. That's what I.
you're with one guy and you're dating. So for me, it's really creepy, because it's like, okay, if I'm having dinner
Open
with
dates
you,
or open relationships?
both, now, so that leads to an open dating
Open
system.
relationships is you need an immune system for that. Yeah, it's another
Yeah.
level
But-
for that.
especially-
So those are two different spaces, right? Like where
different
dating turns to relationship.
Yeah.
So how does that line? So you guys, how did it work for you? How did your dating
Like
scene?
you guys, as if like you
Just because we're married doesn't mean
we
we
are
are
different
from you
category
guys.
and species.
separate category and species.
No, we're
clearly.
not actually good.
Okay, no. So, but how does it how do you move? So, if what's your game, bro?
Like
What's your game?
with married men.
No.
Generally, what's your game? Like, how did you score?
Viplav.
Like
What's your
how do I score?
How did you score your wife? How did she become your wife? How did it happen?
Oh, I have a very interesting story.
Huh.
I met her in school, right? And she was in my town for 2 years, and then she left the city and she was gone, right? And this was in 5th standard or 6th standard, and she, I think for you, and I believe that she was a good friend of mine when she was there in my city. And then she was gone, and I think I couldn't find her. Where do I find her? No phone number, nothing. I think it was when I came to Mumbai, and it was in 2006, I believe. I found her on Orkut. She was on Orkut, and then
No awkward.
yeah, and she could see we have
ICQ.
common friends, and then we started chatting on Yahoo Messenger. And I was telling her all the cool things we did back then, and in the school you were this and that, and one day she confessed, okay Viplav, I'm sorry to say this, but I do not remember you. So she has,
I was actually thinking of something else.
she does not remember me, and I was so hurt. I was like heartbroken. I didn't love her, or there was no such angle, but I felt so bad. I thought she was a very good friend of mine, and I felt very bad. I'm like, okay. So she actually confirmed with our common friends, and they told her, whoever she remembered from the school, they told her that you guys were good friends. She's like, I don't remember this guy. Who's Viplav? So it was very creepy for me. So I felt very bad. and then we decided to meet.
Right.
So she was in Pune. I was there for a meeting, and then I met her after the meeting. She was in a college. She told her friends that this guy has come. I'm gonna meet him for say maximum 15 minutes, and I'll be back. Sounds like a creep. I don't know who he is, huh? But I think he was a friend. The friends have confirmed. So she came to meet me, and for me, she was that old friend from school, and I was so happy to see her. And she ended up spending the whole day with me, and she dropped me to the bus, which the Pune Mumbai bus, right? And that's it. And we spoke like what? We met once a year. Once a year, that's
After
it, right?
that.
After that, once a year. And then after 3 years, she told me she shifted to Mumbai and she works here. And 4 years after that, I met her for like once a year again, once a year for 4 years.
That's amazing.
And it was after 4 years, we started dating. And
Wow,
That's
man.
amazing.
Actually, a
Yeah.
litmus test of a
That's
relationship.
right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Amazing.
And 4 years after that, I got married to her.
Wow, man.
That's
Viplav.
And a cool story.
But you were always in love with her. Like you knew you.
No. I wasn't in love with her.
We were sussing the scene.
No.
You liked her. Nice.
I liked her. I
girl.
remember, like I had this memory of her, and she was a very good friend of mine.
Right.
And
So-
it just worked out.
So all the days that you spend that one day a year, would you consider that as a date? Like every year we would date one day.
To be honest, we didn't have a connection, different fields, and our interests were different.
Right.
So I don't know what to talk to her. I didn't know what to talk to her. So every time I met her, like we would spend the day or a few hours. And I'm like, okay, bye. So you're in Mumbai, so call me up and we'll meet again. She's like, yeah, sure. So we would meet. The next time we met was another year.
Wow.
My God.
For 4 years, we met like once a year.
That's
So
it worked
write
out.
the story down. It's lovely.
Yeah.
But again, it was
Yeah,
because
yeah, I know.
of the Orkut or Yahoo Messenger again.
So technology did help
Technology
even then,
helps.
right?
Still, yeah, once a year.
Yeah.
It's such a, I mean,
But then there's no expectation. No? You don't know like you don't know you're gonna date. You don't know.
It
what's
just
gonna
clicked. And
But that happens with
and when
most
we
of
met,
us, right?
And we
Yeah,
met,
yeah.
even when we were on date, if you call it a date, she knew that I was dating somebody else or I was
Ah,
seeing
right,
somebody
right.
I was about to
else.
ask
you. Yeah,
and
it wasn't-
and
yeah.
she would tell me, okay, this is the person you are seeing. Okay, tell me more about her. And I would tell her what is happening in my life and everything.
Nice. So we're friends then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
so forget about the seriousness of a relationship. I'm just asking you all. What do you think about this whole idea of two timing and all that, which a lot of people do, still they do. I mean, have you all ever come across somebody like that, or
I mean, me.
in your own experience? No, as in you have, but
Or you are the
I am.
receiver, or you are the
Guys, let's just be
I know.
honest.
You're on the
about
receiving
it.
end.
I know all your stories.
No, I'm an honest dater. It's just simple. Just be
Okay.
very honest. Look, I mean, it's not exclusive.
But do the
so
pe-
when you
do the
say,
people know that's not exclusive?
yeah, and I'm very honest about it because it's like, hey, and I mean, most often it's the guy who says, oh, yeah, I have been dating other people. Oh, I had a scene with someone recently. I'm like, okay, so then in that case, let's just keep it, like I said, open dating.
Yeah.
But it's not exclusive. But the day I feel like there is somebody, okay, there are times when I feel like, okay, this guy's worth my while, and then I kind of let the others know, listen, I'm exclusive with someone. I'm not in the dating scene anymore. I'm trying to make something work. If it works, great. There are days that my relationships have lasted for 4 years. There are days when it hasn't even lasted for an hour. Like, you know what I mean? So you suss the scene and you play.
I find these terms very, all these terms very,
Alien.
not alien, very
Corporate.
complicated,
Right.
open relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
Then
Yeah, it's very
this and that. It's either
Sure.
you
Either
want
way
to be in
together or
a
not
serious
together. Yeah,
relationship,
exactly.
or you want to do time pass.
Exactly.
As simple as that.
It's a very
and
individual
when you want to do
thing. It's a
time
very
pass,
individual-
you find a way. You find a way
Casual,
to
I don't
coin
know
a
what time
term
pass means.
which would kind of justify your. Sorry, I'm just trying to
okay.
understand the psychological
That's right,
background of
that's
it.
right.
So
You're bang on
a
it.
lot of people who are into casual dating are commitment phobic.
Yeah,
That's what
That
I
is the
want
thing.
to say.
That's
See,
the
like-
only thing.
Yeah.
One should just come out and say, okay, I'm scared of this and this.
Taking
all this-
responsibilities, I'm not ready
I'm
for
aware.
it. So sometimes there are people who can reach that level of honesty. You can have that straight up conversation. When you can't have
It's
that
like
straight up,
when-
because you feel judged also. Somebody might feel like, okay, so she doesn't want to take responsibility. She doesn't want to be serious. What sort of an Indian girl is she? Doesn't wear bindi. So you know what I mean. So
No,
you
but
don't
I'm
want
not trying to get
into-
personal here, but I'm just trying to ask you. Like,
Sure.
Would you, when you find a person who's, you think, I can imagine myself with this person, would you stop dating or or what is it that
you would have a conversation
because
with that person
you
and see
date
what
quite
their
a
point
lot.
of view is also, because men also come with their own point of view. So if things work out, I feel that you don't really need to have that conversation. It just, you feel the vibe, you suss the scene, and if you've been long enough and if you're comfortable long enough with somebody, you can still have that conversation of taking that relationship further in a certain goal or in a certain way. When you don't know a person and initially, like, I don't think I would even have that conversation. I don't know. I'm also trying to know people.
How do you have that conversation? Let's keep our relationship open. So we can. And this has been like, you guys have been together for months. I'm not talking about you personally. I'm talking about in general.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. If you don't give your whole to the relationship, how will you know?
That's what I'm saying. You need an immune system for this. You need an immune system.
And you need to have your intentions in place. Like, for example, when people know, okay, my next date, I want to make something out of it. I would want it to be my fine life.
The bend of mind.
Then you have to have that intention, and you have to. It's like a state of mind. You need to be settled in your own self to be able to reach that point and say that, listen, now I'm settled. So let's move. Like now, it's like, let's move and live with someone.
Because I've met a lot of people who have had failed relationships, and after that, either they have stopped dating or meeting more people, and they have waited for the right person to come, or they have gone ahead and dated more people, blaming that it's their fate or whatever.
I know of many people.
So I'm okay with just doing time pass.
Right.
Girls also actually.
Casual.
Yeah, they go on a spree, man. They go on a spree.
What is time pass?
Like what he's talking about is basically
time pass.
Actually, that happens very. That happens very organically. I don't know how. Because twice in my life, just after I've got out of long-term relationships, I've ended up organically dating a lot.
It happens
in a short span of time.
To all of us.
So it's it's not even planned. It's happened very organically.
Not a rebound.
No,
rebound.
It is a rebound.
It is rebound.
So you know it.
But it's happened twice where it's not even. It's like just after the long-term relationship, you're not dating one person. You're going to quicker. You're going faster. It's in a short span of time. There are a lot of you're meeting a lot of people and you're dating a lot of people. And that's happened twice. So it happens organically, I think. It's just the energies that you draw. Correct.
Yeah. Also, you free your mind now. You know you're available, or you put yourself out there more when you know you're
I think
single.
you're dealing with a lot. So you're dealing with your previous relationship, and then sometimes you look for comfort in other people.
Yeah.
And
you don't want to get stuck onto a person.
You don't
because
stuck on a
it will,
person,
and you'll relive those painful moments of a relationship or something like that.
And then it can be something that it just happens organically. Just that sometimes when you've been in a relationship for a long time, certain tools that you would use at the beginning are rusted. Right. So when they come out again, you're like, shit, I had this in my locker. Like the first meeting again, the first, or someone finds you charming for the first time again, because the relationship ended on a bad note, obviously, or whatever note.
Right.
So when this thing comes again,
you start questioning yourself.
You start like, oh shit, okay, wow, okay,
am I good at this again?
How much do you enjoy your first date though?
Like, I really like. I really enjoy.
Is that the best time of dating?
No, I mean, that's something. Dating, I enjoy it during the relationship. It's different, obviously, beginning of the relationship and during it, but I enjoy dating.
What's the best first date you all have been on?
I know one date, right? Like I said, in hometown there was no concept of dating. Yeah. You're either in a relationship or you're not, right? Or it didn't work or whatever. So when I came to Mumbai, right, after I broke up with my girlfriend, the same girlfriend. Okay, you don't know about the girlfriend. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what it is. So after the breakup, which was again unique, what happened? I just thought it's not working. No, it was working out, but I had no feelings anymore, whatever. So I just told her that, we can be friends. This was after 3 years me being in that relationship. I told her, let's just be friends. We are good as friends. So it was me breaking up with her. But I told her that I'll be there and I'll be your friend and everything. So what happened? And then she was sad, and for a few days she tried to talk to me and everything, that can we get back? I said no, but we'll be friends. And then she stopped talking to me. It was like as if she broke up with me after that. And it was quite painful. That's another thing. I was the one who broke up. Anyway, what happened? So after she was completely gone, and I was in Mumbai, I decided to date a new person, right? So I met this girl online, and she was from Mumbai, and she was the first Mumbai girl I met. So it was a blind date.
You're awkward.
Awkward or Yahoo Messenger, I don't remember. Yahoo Messenger or awkward. I don't remember.
Yahoo
So it was a blind date, and one of my batchmate there in the college, he pushed, you should go meet the girl. It's completely fine. The date was 9 in the morning. Right?
So thank you so much, guys, for watching this. This is our first podcast, and you're going to see us again next week with some interesting topic again.
Yeah.
And all four of us are going to be there talking about new insights into those topics. So thank you so much for watching us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Because it's no, next time.